Hey guys, so welcome back to the next video. So I kind of cut that last video short there. I kind of got over on time, but I'm in the middle of filling up the foundry. It can take quite a while to do that, so I might actually just speed up through this. I'm not sure yet, but but yeah. So I think what I was saying on the last video was just some of the perks of a foundry, just like smelting down bars and tools and such. If you raid somebody's base, you can actually just basically withdraw all of the bars from their foundry, and then you can transfer it over to your base and then just melt it down into your foundry. So that's kind of a key concept of the game, is just building up a base and then defending it from other players and kind of holding on to your resources and fighting over the resources on the map. So I'll actually keep that clay. I found some clay over there. I'm going to keep it. That way, whenever I need to make a dynamite with this sulfur, I'll have the clay ready to go. So yeah, now I've built up a little bit of a stockpile in this foundry. I'll go ahead and show you guys how to build a little bit stronger of a base. I'm not going to complete the base because if I sit here and mine for the whole time, it's going to be a little bit boring. I could speed run through it, I'm not sure, but I think what I'll do is I'll just make a couple of I'll make a couple doors and maybe a couple chests or something, and then that way you can kind of get the idea, and then I'll finish off the base. I'll try to protect the foundry a little bit with some more like large wood spikes, so the base won't be super duper weak, but it's not going to be super duper strong either. So I'll go ahead. I'll make an aluminum chest. I'll make a couple large iron doors, and then I got to make the locks for them. So I'll go ahead and get those out, and then I'm going to use the titanium. I'm actually going to make a few small titanium bars, and I'm going to make some. I'm going to make some pickaxes, and I'm going to make some a sword. I want to make a sword because you can use a sword to. It's a better weapon than just normal tools. So the sword and the mace are actually weapons solely, right? So they have a better. They're a little bit stronger because of that. So they have no other like tool use, like the maul and the axe have use as a tool, but the sword has the same attack speed as all the tools, but it's a little bit stronger if you hit another player with it. And then the mace as well, it has the same attack speed as the maul and the axe, but it's a little bit stronger than the maul and the axe because you can't use it as a tool as well. So if you're going to be PvPing, I would definitely recommend using the sword or the mace as your weapon. So I'm going to go ahead and craft the sword just in case we encounter anybody, since I am going to be raiding later. And then I would eventually like to make the rest of my armor set, but I would like to make it out of titanium or iron. So eventually we'll have to do that. But for now, let me make a couple of iron doors, an aluminum chest, and then I'll go ahead and make a few more locks. So I think my number was 159. So I'll make a few more of these locks, and that way I can lock everything up over there. Just rearranging my inventory. So yeah, I'll place these down. I'm not gonna go. I'll go a little bit further away from the foundry. That way nobody can kind of like just look over the door and then open it. But and then I'll lock these, and then I'll go ahead and put a chest in here with a lock on it. So all right. So now I got this kind of locked up. Let me go get a bunch of. I'll go do a trip real quick. And I'll get a bunch of, here, I'm going to put these titanium bars away, so I will need those in the future. But I'm going to get a bunch of wood, like large wood spikes. Get my axes back out. Put some of these pickaxes away. I'm not going to be doing as much mining right now, so. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and cut a bunch of large logs, make a bunch of wood spikes, and then try to surround that base a little bit, the foundry at least, so that I can keep my foundry safe and nobody's going to be coming by looting it as I try to raid somebody. So I'm specifically going to go get the large logs. I don't really care if they're oak or maple. Ideally they would be maple, but I've already looked around and I'm not seeing very many of the maple trees, so I'll just settle with oak. It's not too weak anyway. I think oak has like 330 durability, whereas maple has like 400. So, and dynamite, I think it does 1,000 damage. I'll have to look exactly, but I think bombs have a larger blast radius, and then have half the damage. They do twice as much of a radius, but half the damage. And then dynamite have a more like concealed explosion, but they do twice as much damage. So there's advantages to each one of them. The dynamite's obviously a little bit cheaper because you don't need, or sorry, the bombs are a little bit cheaper because you don't actually need real coal. So we are going to have to go mining again to find some coal. Just thought about that. I could use a bomb if I can find the right base, but if we want to raid anything decent, we'll probably need dynamite. But I might use a bomb. We'll see. I'll have to go scope out some of these bases and see if there's anything I can break through with just one. So yeah, now that I'm over here, let me craft a workbench real quick. And then craft up these log spikes. I'll probably need a new knife pretty soon. Yep, I just broke that one, so. Oh no, that was embarrassing. I just went to place it and then I accidentally pressed my key to move. So here, my problem is my back is to the foundry, so I need to move my back over here and place them inside. That way I'm not getting caught up on stuff. Yeah, you really want to make sure that they overlap, especially by the foundry because it can't lock. It's pretty important that people can't just look through the gap and get in. I'm probably not doing this perfectly. There's probably a better way. Yeah, see, so you can actually see through here. So this is actually not good. I'm going to go ahead and put another log spike right here. Yeah, you really want to make it to where it's like pretty impossible to see through. Yeah, so there's another spot. So I'll probably have to do a second layer, honestly, especially with how close I am to the foundry. Because on a horse, as you get taller with these wood spikes, you can kind of see through. So it's probably not going to work out. I might not be too critical anyway, because I don't know how much I'll be using this base or playing on this account. So yeah, I'll probably just build up the walls a little bit, just enough to keep people out physically, and if they can peek through, then that's fine. It would be a nice little loot stash for them. So yeah, whenever I make this bomb, it's probably not going to get me into any sort of special base or anything like that, but some bases, like if it was my base, it would be able to get in. So like a bomb would be enough to blow into, one of my bases at least. But as people build it with multiple layers and with metal walls, it becomes a lot more difficult to blow into the bases. So yeah, so I actually need another knife. So I'm just going to go ahead and craft one out of my foundry. I almost forgot. I almost went over there to look in my chest, but then I remembered, hey, I've got a foundry right here. I can just craft it right here. So it's pretty convenient, to be honest. Let me craft these up. I went ahead and made my next maple workbench because I could tell that one was about to break. So I'll craft up these spikes, finish off my base, and then we can start scoping out some bases to raid. So there's a lot of things I haven't really covered yet about Morterra. I kind of wanted to stick to the stuff that people typically do, like something that's pretty common. So getting up the starter base, finding the cement or making the cement and building a foundry base and all that, pretty common stuff. So I figured it would be good to kind of give people an idea how long this stuff takes if you're just a solo player and just getting started. So kind of wanted to do that, but I think in the future I will probably make separate videos on how to like go fishing, for example, because you can fish for food. Go bow hunting, so you can make bows and go kill animals. How to make like quivers and how to gather a bunch of arrows, how you can farm chickens, and yeah, so that's going to be it for this video. I'll go ahead and finish off this base, and then we'll get started in the next video. Thanks for watching.